Wait, you hate Israel? I got a story for you. I'm going to label this one Palestine Story Time, baby. So I'm Palestinian American. I've been to Palestine a few times back and forth, but I'm going to tell you about this one time that stuck out. I'm going to have a few more stories. Let's see how this one plays out. Let's see how far we get it down, you know what I'm saying, the Facebook timeline. But yeah, I'm going to talk about one time I was a teenager. I went with my aunt and a few cousins to Palestine, and I'm gonna tell you about the journey. Leaving America, not a problem. Landing in Tel Aviv is where the story and drama begins, and then I'm gonna tell you about leaving Tel Aviv. I have more stories about my time in Palestine, but we'll save that for more episodes. So, landing in Tel Aviv, if you are Jewish, you can walk through the TSA just like this, and you show them your little Israeli ID, and they'll let you through. Okay? If you're Muslim, especially Palestinian, landing in your own country, Palestine, you are segregated immediately. You go off into a corner. They take all of your luggage. They take all of your devices, your electronics, and they go through your devices. They invade your privacy in Tel Aviv. The Israeli IDF soldiers, or whoever the fuck is running that clown show over there, they take you aside. They make you sit in this room. And sometimes it's a room, sometimes it's just like, you know, like they got like a cubicle thing closing it off or whatever. It's just it's like a corner you can't see, that you're just segregated. You're hidden from the Jews, right? And they go through all your phones, and then they pull you in one by one. You know, like I said, you're sitting there for at least 6 hours. They pull you in one by one. They go through your phone. Father? Who's father? Tell me father. Who's father? Oh, Jack? Who is Jack in your phone? Oh, who's this? Like, they go through your recent conversations. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking, And they go through all your fucking shit. And then they ask you, what do you do for a living? They asked me that. And at that time, I was working in a restaurant. I think I was doing pizzas or something. I was young. And I told them I was doing pizzas in a restaurant, and then they mocked me. They told me I wasn't smart enough to have a good job and shit like that. They were making fun of me pretty much. And then same shit. They're going through my photos, looking at all my right in front of me, just clicking on a random photo. What is this? Who is this next to you? Who is this friend? Where's his name in your contacts? You know what I'm saying? Now they want to read a conversation with whatever random picture they pulled up, and then after they interrogate you, they put you aside again. You gotta wait more hours for them to finish, I guess, stealing all your data. You know how they get down, these fucking crooks, man. And then they give you your devices back. And let me remind you, we haven't even been through the TSA part yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just landed. We've not even entered the country. We're still in Tel Aviv. Then they give you all your devices. Guess what they do? Delete everything off of your devices. You're literally handed your phone, factory reset to the, all my contacts were gone. Everything was gone. All my fucking preloaded music was gone. Movies were gone for all the flights. You know, it's a long flight, 13 hours or whatever, but gone. They delete your shit. And then same thing. Now you get to enter the country. Before you get to leave that front door from the airport and step foot on concrete to that country, into Palestine, they have to check you again. They look at your passport. Who are you going to go visit? You have to know your address. You have to give them a good enough reason that you're visiting. You can't just say you're visiting family. Why? Who's sick? Is it a wedding? Why are you coming here? What's your business here? That's how they talk to you. All right? Finally, if they feel like, okay, we'll let them in, they let you in. Terrible experience. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you see the Jews. In and out of the fucking TSA, man. Not even like touching them like this. Just in and out. Then they got leaving Tel Aviv. When I left Tel Aviv, it was moderately fine until we got to the TSA part. Same thing. If it's a Jewish family, they open up their suitcase. Oh, this is nice Jewish stuff. And they let them go. Oh, you're a Muslim? Let me find out. They open up your suitcase. They find out you're Palestinian, you're Muslim. What is this? What is this? Well, they open it, they tearing up your shit, throwing it all over the place. You know what I'm saying? They're animals, dog. They tell you, what is this? What is this? What is this? You know what I'm saying? They question everything. This is your left sock, the right sock. Why it's not together? You're a terrorist. You're Hamas. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. Anyways, what they do there is, or what they did to me at that point, I was, like I said, with some family. They got to go. I had to get strip searched for some reason. I wonder. Anyways, I had to get strip searched. So they took me to the back, strip searched me down to my boxers. They didn't humiliate me or nothing like that. But what they did do, they stole my tablet and they stole my headphones. They told me, because they didn't understand, this is when iPads were kind of first coming out and tablets were starting to roll out. I had like old Sony tablet, and I had a burp coming up. They said because they did not know what a tablet was and it wasn't an iPad, I could not have this device on the plane. That's what they told me. Then they took my headphones. Mind you, I'm a teenager. I work hard for this tablet. I work hard as fuck for these headphones. You know what I'm saying? Like that was money I had back in the day. And they took my headphones. They said I can't have this neither, because they told me they didn't want me to have my headphones. They said I cannot have it because they don't know what my tablet was, because it wasn't iPad, because it was tablet. I couldn't have it. And then they took my headphones because they literally told me, I don't want you to have it. And then they said they'll mail it to me. Never got it. Never got it. It's been damn near 15 years, maybe 20 fucking years. Never got it. Israel. Fuck my headphones at. And then, after that, my family was already at the gate. I had to go find my family. This is one thing that's redeeming, okay? This is one thing that I'm like, maybe some of them have brain cells. As I was leaving the TSA, I was escorted by one of their soldiers or securities, another Jewish guy. And he didn't even want to look at me, dude. He kept looking his head down. He's about halfway through there. He grabbed me on my shoulder. He says, please, can I get you coffee? I was like, nah, man, I just want to get to my gate, man. I want to go to my family. He's like, no, I don't want you to think everybody is the way that you see. He says, I feel like I have to buy you coffee to be friends, or something along those lines. I can't remember word for word, but I remember him being very sympathetic towards me because he didn't want me to think all of Israel is like that. He was a Jewish soldier that walked me to my family gate, all the way to my family, and about halfway there, it's like a 10-minute walk almost. There's a big airport. About almost there is when he kept being persistent on buying me coffee. At that point, I was like, maybe he's very genuine, man. And with his own money, pulled out his money and he bought me a coffee. That gave me some type of perspective. There's a little bit of hope over there, man. Not everybody's as fucking bad as we are. We're blasting on the internet, but be very wary. They're very much so predominantly like we're posting on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one story I wanted to share with you guys. If you have an issue with Israel, I understand. If you think Israel should just stop being Israel, I understand, because that's the truth. And one thing real quick, please take a second, even if you don't want to watch the whole show, if you have Netflix, watch the last episode of Mo. I almost tear up right now. I got long sleeves on, so it's kind of hard to show you guys, but I got goosebumps. Right? Every time I watch the last episode of Mo, it exactly my story, what I told you guys just now, is exactly what they go through when you land and leave Tel Aviv. I tear up every time I see it, because it's like, damn, he just read my mind and made a script. So please go watch the last episode of Mo. Even if you haven't watched it all, watch the last episode and just, at least up to the part where he lands to Tel Aviv, so you can see exactly what we go through. Thank y'all. Free Palestine.